Welcome to Biggest Spoilars, the destination for exclusive spoilers, latest updates.
The chapel stands silent, the soft glow of candles reflecting off polished wooden pews and the colorful light of the stained glass windows falling like a gentle blessing upon those present. Yet in this sacred stillness, the air is thick with anticipation and dread, because today is not a ceremony of peace, but a baptism of truth, and nothing will remain the same once it unfolds. Portia Robinson sits with her hands clasped tightly in her lap, her knuckles white, her heart hammering in her chest, because the secret she has carried for 20 years now threatens to shatter the very foundation of her life, and across the aisle, Curtis Ashford watches her with a mixture of hurt, disbelief, and rising anger, his mind reeling from the revelation that the daughter he had come to love as his own may not actually be his, and that the bond he had forged with TRINA Robinson, the child who has been the center of his world, has been built on a lie that he never asked to inherit. Encouraging words float through the chapel as the minister speaks of honesty, love, and the importance of family, and yet they feel hollow to Portia, because she knows that the truth she has kept buried cannot be brushed away by soothing language or prayers. It has a weight all its own, a force that cannot be ignored. TRINA, standing beside the baptismal font, feels her own anxiety twist into a storm of conflicting emotions. She has carried the revelation that Marcus Taggart, her mother's ex-husband, is her true biological father, and though it brings a strange relief, it also tears at her understanding of what family really means, leaving her questioning the relationships she has trusted for years. The moment is supposed to celebrate life, but instead, it casts a spotlight on betrayal, broken trust, and fractured love. As the minister gestures toward the infant in Portia's arms, speaking of new beginnings and blessings, Portia forces a smile that doesn't reach her eyes, because she is painfully aware of how much she has jeopardized, the love of her daughter, the trust of Curtis, and even the fragile ties to Marcus, whose own anger simmers quietly, restrained by circumstance but ready to erupt the moment she missteps again. TRINA's gaze shifts between her mother and Curtis, and though she has not yet spoken the words aloud, the tension is palpable. She knows the moment of confession cannot be delayed. The secret that has hovered over their family for decades is about to be made tangible, its consequences unavoidable, and every heartbeat echoes the fear that once she speaks, nothing will ever be the same. When TRINA finally finds her courage, she speaks, her voice steady despite the turmoil swirling inside her, and the chapel seems to hold its breath, because every eye turns toward her, every whisper of encouragement held in abeyance until the truth falls like a hammer. "Curtis," she says softly, but with iron beneath the tenderness, "you're not my father. Marcus is." The words hang in the air, shocking, shattering, and as they sink in, Portia feels the ground beneath her shift, the walls of the chapel closing in like the tight embrace of consequences long overdue. Curtis's face drains of color, his jaw tightening as the realization sinks in that the family he dreamed of, the child he imagined growing alongside him as his own flesh and blood, is not what he believed, and that the trust he placed in Portia has been betrayed in a way that cannot simply be forgiven with words or smiles. Angry threats of confrontation simmer beneath the surface, because the hurt is immediate, sharp, and personal. Curtis, whose patience has already been tested by secrets and lies, now feels the full weight of Portia's deception. He had hoped that a paternity test might resolve the tension, might offer a reset, might allow him to rebuild the bond with Portia, but now that hope lies in ruins, and he struggles with the knowledge that while TRINA's revelation may absolve her of any confusion about her biological father, it does nothing to repair the fractures in the adult relationships around her. Curtis cannot ignore the self-serving choices that brought them here, cannot pretend that the trust he once held has been restored, and in the quiet tension of the chapel, he realizes that the life he envisioned with Portia may be over before it truly began. Portia tries to speak, her voice quivering as she reaches for explanations, but the words catch in her throat, because she knows that no reasoning will undo the betrayal, no pleading will erase the damage, and the encouraging words that have been spoken during the ceremony only seem to mock her, reminders of the moral high ground she has now lost. TRINA, though still processing her emotions, stands firm, the strength she inherited from both Curtis and Marcus now channeled into this moment of confrontation. She has long understood the importance of truth, and though it may create temporary pain, she knows that revealing the paternity is necessary for healing, even if it means alienating the woman she has loved her whole life, her mother, whose selfish actions have put them all in jeopardy. Curtis takes a step back, struggling with the anger and disappointment that churn in his chest. This is not only about deception, it's about the bond he has invested in, a bond he thought was mutual and sincere. He feels betrayed, not only by Portia, but by the illusion of family that has been presented to him. The anger is tempered by an aching sadness, because in that moment, he realizes that love alone cannot repair the damage wrought by lies and secrets. The encouraging words he has heard during the ceremony cannot erase the memory of the trust violated, the time spent believing in a future that never truly existed. Portia's attempts to explain are met with silence, as Curtis steps back and quietly assesses what remains of his relationship with her. His mind races, weighing options, thinking through the consequences of remaining or leaving, of offering forgiveness or preserving his dignity. The angry threat of permanent separation lingers in his heart, unspoken yet unmistakable. The truth revealed by Trina has created a new reality, and in this sacred place where blessings and redemption are supposed to reign, betrayal and disappointment now hold center stage. Trina watches carefully, feeling the tremor of emotion between her mother and Curtis. She understands the power of truth and the inevitability of consequence, and though her revelation may hurt her mother deeply, she also knows that hiding it would only extend the pain, creating a fragile foundation that could crumble at any moment. Her courage is matched by the pain she sees reflected in Portia's eyes, a mixture of shock, shame, and regret, and the once certain hope of reconciliation with Curtis is now a distant memory. As the ceremony concludes, the minister pronounces blessings over the child, but the words feel distant, almost irrelevant in the shadow of the revelations just delivered. The encouraging words that should have offered comfort instead highlight the fractures, illuminating the ways in which trust has been violated, loyalty questioned, and love tested to its breaking point. Angry threats, though unspoken, hang in the air, the potential for confrontation palpable as each character contemplates how to navigate the aftermath. Outside the chapel, sunlight pours through the doors, but inside, the echoes of revelation continue to reverberate. Curtis walks away, leaving Portia with the weight of her decisions, the betrayal she has enacted, and the knowledge that their future together is uncertain. Trina breathes a sigh of relief, her heart lighter now that she knows the truth about her biological father, Marcus Taggart, yet she also carries the burden of watching the family she loves struggle under the weight of decades-long deception. Portia stands alone, reflecting on the choices she made, the secrets she kept, and the consequences now fully visible before her, realizing that no amount of pleading or explanation can undo the impact of the past, and that the baptism, meant to celebrate life and new beginnings, has instead become a crucible in which trust, love, and loyalty are tested to the breaking point. General Hospital spoilers for Tuesday, January 27th, reveal that Lucas Jones will have a crazy Britt Westbourne advising for Jen Sidwell while Carly Spencer fails to stop Charlotte Cassadine. For starters, Tracy Quartermaine will have a gift for someone, but she may need to recoup it from Drew Kane's house first. Since a blizzard is on the way, Tracy may use it as her chance to sneak in Drew's place and steal back the Quartermaine heritages. Still, Tracy's plan is going to hit a hitch, which could mean her auto will get wedged and leave her stranded during this trip to Drew's Hearthstone. In the meantime, Carly will hang out with Charlotte and Lulu Spencer at the Metro Court for a bit. In a moment alone with Charlotte, Carly will remind her of how important it's to avoid any further Garrett reunions with Valentine Cassadine. Still, Carly will contend she needs to stay safe, if Charlotte wants to help Valentine. Of course, Charlotte is known for her listening chops, so it looks like she'll ignore Carly's warning and sneak off when no bone is looking. Charlotte's missing status should beget some fear as the week goes on, but let's focus on Sonny Corinthos' discussion with Jason Morgan in the meantime. Sonny will get why Jason wants to cover and help Britt, but he'll also worry that she could end up betraying Jason if Commodity takes a wrong turn. Nonetheless, Jason will stick to his thing of putting Britt under surveillance and helping her despite the pitfalls. As for Jocelyn Jacks, she just summoned Brick for some help. Jocelyn is determined to get some answers despite Jack Brennan's pitfalls, so Brick may come through for her as she prepares to make an enterprising move. Meanwhile, Lucas will await updates now that he's walked by on Britt and Marco Rios' tense discussion. Marco and Britt will have to come up with a fast reason to explain her presence at the castle. Britt and Marco obviously wouldn't give Lucas any news about the cold emulsion design, so they may lie about some other further inoffensive exploration that Jen Sidwell has ordered. Whatever the case, Lucas will feel the need to advise Sidwell about who he's dealing with. "I don't suppose you have any idea the quantum of crazy you just invited into your home," Lucas declares in Tuesday's GH exercise videotape. In prison, Anna Devane will remain fed up as she pushes Caesar Faison or anyone who's posing as him to show their face incontinently. General Hospital spoilers say Anna will get a collar soon, but will it be real or another daydream? General Hospital spoilers update for the week of January 26, 30 reveals that Giovanni Gio Palmieri will find trouble while Valentine Cassadine panics. Jason Morgan will break a mystification as well, so there'll be a lot passing on ABC's GH. While Sonny Corinthos tricks Ava Jerome, Brick's plan for a regale with Jordan Ashford will go wrong thanks to Curtis Ashford's appearance. Jocelyn Jacks will also talk to Jack Brennan about Marco Rios' weird vault response before chancing a surprising supporter and making an enterprising move. While Jocelyn tries to get to the bottom of effects at Windmere, Lucas Jones will cough. Britt Westbourne and grow suspicious about her strange jest. Lucas obviously wouldn't be the only one since Jason will remain confused. Thankfully, Jason will step up for Britt when it counts and pull off a heroic feat as a blizzard hits Port Charles. Britt and Jason will get trapped together for a while, but it'll be the stylish thing that could have happened since it'll force Britt to open up a bit. Jason will start putting the mystification together when it comes to the pitfalls Britt's been over against. All this could lead to Britt and Jason stripping down for some passion in the end. Effects could take a sizzling turn for Lulu Spencer and Nathan West as well once they land in a tight spot while looking for Charlotte Cassadine. After Carly Spencer has a catch-up session with Lulu and Charlotte, it looks like Charlotte will indeed go missing. It'll be the worst possible time due to the snowstorm that'll be getting worse outdoors. Carly may assume Charlotte's going to show up at her house, but Valentine's going to horrify latterly. Charlotte may not arrive, so that could leave Valentine scarifying over her potentially being in a snowy gutter nearly. Could Charlotte be forced to take cover at Drew Kane's place? Tracy will find someone shocking when she goes there to recoup the Quartermaine family heritages, so we'll see if that person is Charlotte or someone differently. Since we know a brace will lock lips for the first time in the week ahead, will it be Nathan and Lulu who partake a passionate kiss? Anyhow, Lulu and Nathan will entrust in each other as they grow closer. Next, Emma and Gio will run into some trouble, so they may face some snow-related issues, too. The blizzard could force Gio and Emma to defer their charge to find Anna Devane. Some great news will come for Carly ultimately, so she may find out Charlotte is safe and give Valentine updates. Carly will also have an offer to make, so stay tuned for details on her forthcoming pitch. As for Portia Robinson, her plan to make amends with Trina Robinson will hit a hitch. Trina wouldn't be ready to forgive and forget, so she'll put walls over. General Hospital spoilers say Portia wouldn't give up on repairing the damage, but it'll take some time and trouble to make that happen. In Hereafter's occasion, Anna Devane issues a demand. Lucas Jones has some words with Jen Sidwell. Plus, Tracy Quartermaine has a gift for someone. On the next General Hospital, Jason Morgan's mission. Let's launch off with Jason Morgan. The right-hand man knows commodity is over with how Britt Westbourne ditched him. The man turns to Sonny Corinthos to bandy his options. They both know that Britt is ever forced to pick up where Professor Henry Hank Dalton left off. So far, Jason hasn't been suitable to get Britt to open up veritably much. Sonny warns his longtime friend that if effects go sideways, Britt could end up betraying him. Jocelyn Jacks' bold move. Meanwhile, Jocelyn Jacks went to tell Jack Brennan what she learned from Windmere. While the Golden wanted in on the action, Jack ordered her not to do a thing. Jocelyn has no way been one to follow orders veritably well, however. The youthful lady will end up making a bold move. Lucas Jones warning. General Hospital spoilers for Hereafter's occasion reveal that Lucas Jones was bound to see or hear commodity he shouldn't. That has happened when he eavesdropped Britt at the manor house. Lucas will end up questioning Britt. Latterly, Lucas makes an indeed bigger mistake by defying Jen Sidwell. The croaker says that Sidwell has no idea what kind of crazy he just invited into his home. Carly Spencer's warning. As for Carly Spencer, she catches up with Lulu Spencer and Charlotte Cassadine. The Golden reminds the teenager that if she wants to help Valentine Cassadine, also she needs to stay safe. Tracy Quartermain's gift. As for Tracy, she extends some kind of gift to someone. Still, it's also stated that Tracy will suffer a reversal. Anna Devane's demand over with Anna. She's still stuck in prison. The woman demands that Caesar Faison show his face to her now. Still, suckers know that Anna is snappily losing it because of the mind games as well as those treatments she's receiving. It's only a matter of time before Anna starts to believe everything she's being told and shown, so stay tuned. Which plot are you looking forward to seeing the most on Tuesday, January 27, 2026? Be sure to catch up on everything passing with GH right now. Come back then frequently for General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates.